sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag 3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas, at Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
Ang iyong presensya at tulong. Ganun din po, inialay namin ang araw na ito sa aming lahat ng mga kababayan at sa mga namumuno sa aming bayan. Lahat ng ito po inialay namin at dalangin sa iyong pangalan. Sa ngalan ng Ama, ng Anak at ng Espiritu Santo. Amen.
Thank you very much, Councilor Attorney Lloyd Fetizanan. Please remain standing, manatiling nakatindig for the singing of the Philippine National Anthem. Thank you very much. You may now be seated.
Sumapit na po ang alas 4. Basketball muna tayo. Dumako ang inyong liga ng bawat Pilipino, ang inyong Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League dito sa Pola Oriental, Mindoro for the first time this season in the small and mountainous province where the mayor Jennifer Cruz has really welcomed us with open arms, pati na rin ang kanyang mga constituents. You could see there all of the beautiful sights and monuments. Andito tayo sa Pola Gym kung saan tayo magbabakbakan for our Saturday triple header dito sa MPBL. And for our first game, we feature two teams who have come from a loss. Itong Bicolandia Oragon will be looked to led by Shaq Alanes, and Batangas on the other side is having a new addition in Philip Panyamogan, although he has not yet brought in a good game para sa Tanduay Rum Masters. He will be looking to do that here today against Bicol. Later on at 6 o'clock p.m., it's going to be the Bulacan Cuyas facing a retooled Abra Weavers squad. And at 8 o'clock p.m., the Mindoro Tamaraws will be defending their home court for the first time against the Imos Agimat. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, to everybody watching on MPTV Channel 98 on Signal, Satellite Channel 53 on the Pilipinas Live app, on Facebook, and on YouTube. This is Javi Palanya, joined by Coach Juanito Gregorio. Juanito, welcome to Pola Oriental,
Yes.
Mindoro. How has the experience been so far?
Well, it's been good, no? Last year we were here in Acalapan, Mindoro, and it's so good to be back here in Mindoro because we know that the crowd is always full and energetic. And first game pa lang tayo, mamaya pang Mindoro at puno na tayo dito sa Pola, Mindoro.
Tamang-tama ka dyan. Let's bring in the third member of our broadcast panel. Miss Gianna Llanes is at courtside. G, how are you so far dito sa Pola?
I'm doing good here in Pola, and because now we are making history because this is the first time that the MPBL games are happening here in Pola Oriental, Mindoro. I'm gonna give a few facts sa ating mga manonood. Unang-una sa lahat, sa mga nanood ng recent movie ni Coco Martin na Pola, actually base yon dito sa lungsod na ito. At ang kanilang mayor ng Pola Oriental, Mindoro ay gumanap doon bilang isang police officer. Ako rin, I was here a few months ago modeling for a local fashion show, and some of my co-models were actually the Mindoro Tamaraws players themselves, which really shows that the people from here are truly multifaceted. And my last fun fact is that all 6 teams that are playing today mentioned that even though traveling through land and sea was a little bit difficult, worth it talaga because this is a unique experience that they will treasure forever here in the MPBL. Marami pang insights ang ibabahagi ko sa inyo sa aking mga reports ngayong gabi. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Ian. That's what we truly cherish about being here in the MPBL. It's the experiences that we shared sa ating mga travels going on throughout the year. Let's take a look at our team standings, beginning with the Northern Division, where Pampanga continues to remain supreme.
Well, you know, here in the North, it's really a very, very tight matchup. Everybody is really wanting that playoff picture. The 7, 8, 9, and 10 is still up for grabs. Even Pangasinan is there still in the playoff picture. Only 3 games behind Caloocan. So, very, very tight Northern Division.
Dito naman sa Southern Division, Quezon ang parang nangunguna dito sa ating Southern Division, but Batangas City at the number 4 spot there, while Bicolandia 5 spots out of the top 8.
Well, we have to highlight the 2 teams that are playing here in today's ball game. Batangas City 11-4, only 1 game behind that number 2 position, but only 4 games behind that number 8 position. So every game is important para dito sa Batangas, while on the other end, Bicolandia still needing every win for them to try and be able to enter that playoff picture.
Eh naman, pag-usapan natin ang last game ng Bicolandia Oragon. So you could tell that after their 46-point loss to the Sarangani Marlins, you would think that they were eager to put things behind. Kaya lang against the Parañaque Patriots, it was still the same. They went off on a slow start. It was very shaky para sa kanila. And Parañaque just never looked back in the game, dominated them from start to finish. They led by as much as 25 points in that game, en route to this 110-90 victory.
Well, it was not really the best defensive game para dito sa Parañaque. They allowed 48.9% on field goals. They allowed 72 points in the paint, 33 fast break points para dito sa Parañaque. But if there's one thing good para naman dito sa Bicolandia is their offense is really getting into its own. At 90 points, that is a very high clip para dito sa Bicolandia. But somehow, they have to find a way in getting stops for them to be able to get that win.
Well, but defense continues to be the problem, as you mentioned. So it's going to be a tall order para kay Coach Raymond Valenzuela and his wards against a very developed squad and a very established squad in the Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters, who are also coming off a loss, as I mentioned at the top of our coverage, against the retooled Abra Weavers. Batangas has never lost a game by more than 2 points. This was their first double-digit loss this year, and it came at the hands of Marquis and the Abra Weavers last July 1.
Well, Abra really played a terrific ball game They shot 43% on field goals, 17 3-pointers made on a 50% clip. That is almost unheard of, but that is the way that Abra played in that last game. A lot of adjustments will be made by Batangas City Tanduay Ram Masters here in today's ballgame because they want to go back to that winning column, but that last game was not really the best game para dito sa Batangas.
And for the Bicolandia Oragons, it's really gonna be dangerous ground that they are walking on this afternoon because we know how dangerous itong Batangas City coming off a loss, especially after that beatdown that they got against the Abra Weavers. Malalaman natin in just a bit which between the two teams, Batangas or Bicolandia, will get a victory this afternoon. Let's go to Miguel Pere.
MPBL Facebook page, YouTube channel, MPTV Signal Channel 98, MPTV Channel 53 on satellite, and on Pilipinas Live app. Here are the starters. First, for Bicolandia Oragons. Starting at guard number 32, Shaq Alanes. Also at guard number 11, Cyrus Llerena. Starting at center, number 27, Chris Javier. Forward number 23, Edsel Rojas. And the other forward, number 55, Lordy Casajeros. Their head coach is Raymond Valenzuela. Assistant coaches, June Dizon, Jay Mariano, Gino Ludovice, and Matthew Sia. Team manager is Aldrian Anglim. Team owner is Mark Tan. Now, the starting five for the MPBL inaugural season champions, Batangas City Tanduay Ram Masters. Starting at guard, number 1, CJ Isid. Also at guard, number 45, Jong Baloria. At center, number 24, Mark Cruz. Forward number 25, Philip Panyamogan. And the other forward number 23, Sed Ablaza. The Batangas City will be led by J.R. Aquino with Warren Capitan, Janen Arenas, and Dino Ponce Enrile. Assistant team manager Gilbert Alea, team manager Gina Labanza, LGU partner Congressman Marvin Marino, team owner is Lucian Tan III.
Our starting five of this game brought to you by New Star Max. Win to the max. Shaq Alanes, Silas Serena, Chris Javier, John Rojas, and Lordy Casajeros para kay Coach Raymond Valenzuela. For Batangas City, it's going to be CJ Isit, Jong Baloria, Mark Cruz, new recruit Philip Panyamogan, and Sed Ablaza. Again, for Batangas, no Coach Cholo Villanueva, who continues to recuperate from his undisclosed medical condition. We wish you well, Coach Cholo, in your recovery. For tonight, it's still going to be Coach J. Artino who will be handling this Batangas City Tanduay Ram Master squad against Coach Raymond Valenzuela and the rest of the Bicolandia Oragons who take first possession here. Our first time this year at the Pola Gym. Actually, first time in MPBL history dito sa Pola Oriental Mindoro because last year we were in Calapan.
We're gonna have it every year. It's really an enjoyable experience. Sa pumunta dito sa Mindoro, sulit na sulit ang travel by sea because this place is really a basketball-hungry place.
And John Edsel Rojas getting the first basket of this game for the Oragons. That's a good start para sa kanila. Good sign because in their last few games, it has been a flat start para sa kanila in the first quarter.
You know, Rojas has been really trying to contribute. 17 rebounds in that last game para dito kay Rojas. So let's see if he can try and emulate what he did in that last game.
Alanes, tough shot against Sed Ablaza that went in and out for the former Lyceum star. Isid goes to the corner. Baloria misfires. Ablaza the offensive rebound. Gets the hook shot to go.
Finally, the first basket para dito sa Batangas. 1 for 3 to start the first minute of the ball game.
Sed Ablaza had 18 points against the Abra Weavers. But it was a long night para sa kanya as he dealt with that very deep roster, that front line that has been retooled with the leadership of Marquis. Para naman sa Batangas, they got their hands on new recruit Philip Panyamogan, former JRU Heavy Bomber, former LX Road Warrior. long-time PBA veteran and definitely a guy who can bring so much to the table para dito sa Batangas
yes,
City.
definitely. You know what I love about Batangas is that they just don't add talented players. They add players who are perfect in the system of Coach Cholo Villanueva. And Philip Panyamogan is one guy that I really see really gonna do well in the system of Coach Cholo.
Panyamogan has yet to turn in a good game. He played his first game against the Abra Weavers. Let's turn you over to Ms. Gianna Lianes for your first report.
Para sa Batangas, just a stone throw away din daw itong venue natin ngayon. They actually stayed the night at the Batangas City Port last night, which is right next to their home court. Kung napansin nyo, during the trade period, Batangas is also one of the few teams with no changes at all. Sabi nga nila, bakit mo babaguhin ang isang bagay na maganda na naman? Adding, we may have lost a few games, but that doesn't mean you have to do something drastic. Same mindset din sa huling talo nila against Abra. They saw that their opponent would just capitalize on their every mistake. Moving forward now, they just want to forget about that and get right back on track. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, G. Panyamogan from the corner finally gets one to go after missing his first 2 tries. Batangas City now leads by 5, 7-2, which triggers Coach Raymond Valenzuela to call his first time out. Let's take a look at this 3-point shot brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Philip Panyamogan hitting from the corner. That has always been the specialty of the house para kay Philip Panyamogan.
They have been trying to give Philip Panyamogan the confidence to start the ballgame, and that is the perfect way to start 7-2 para sa Batangas.
Aminado si Coach Raymond na medyo mahirap ang sitwasyon nila ngayon dahil sa land and sea travel patungo dito. Ilang araw lang pagkatapos ng laro nila noong Miyerkules. Short lang daw talaga ang preparation pero being a team with a lot of rookies, part daw ito ng learning process dito sa MPBL. Ang isa pang hurdle nila ay marami silang players na injured, namely Rafi Reyes, Marvin Lee, RJ Deles, and Silas Galera. Si David Velez at Mark Yu naman daw ay hindi pa 100% dahil recovering pa sila from illness. Kaya ang focus ng Bicol ay conditioning these past few days to fill in those spots. And as Coach Raymond is happy that Edsel Rojas and Charles Burgos have been stepping up lately, he's hoping that Justin Alfonso and Mikey Macabalog fill in the missing guard positions today. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Jewel. Coach Raymond Valenzuela will need all the help he can get. They are, after all, still seeking to gain a rhythm here in the 6th season of the MPBL. Baloria from the outside. That is all nylon para kay Jong Baloria.
Outside game is really a strength nitong Batangas. So Bicol has to be able to adjust right away. It's already 10 points the first 3 minutes of the ball game.
Isit stretches with his offhand. The right hand finish no good. Liarena pushing. He sees Alanis forward. Alanis leans in against fellow lefty Jong Baloria and draws the foul.
Strong attack by Shaq Alanis there to get that foul. They've been looking for their offense after making their first 2 points. But so far, it's been a struggle the past few possessions. On the other end, the outside game already working para dito sa Batangas.
They've been going a lot to the right side of the floor itong Batangas City Tanduay Masters at the start of this game. Earlier, it was the corner pocket 3 by Philip Panyamogan that went in. And in that previous sequence, as you saw on the replay, Jong Baloria hitting from the outside.
There's just so much space in the offense of Batangas. It allows either a driver or an open shooter. You see the space. Everybody really have that green light to take that shot.
Liarena with the basketball, steps to the right, finishes the 2 points. Much needed basket there for the Oragons. They're trying to get back on track here. Almost 4 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Panyamogan, same spot, different result. Offensive rebound to Jong Baloria. Panyamogan, di na binaba, linabas. Casajeros gets it, stolen by Philip. Bullet pass, Mark Cruz will finish the 2 points.
A good activity by Philip Panyamogan. He missed that 3, he missed that easy 2, but he never gave up on that offensive end. Got the rebound and got that assist to extend the lead to 8.
He only had 2 assists against the Abra Weavers and only played a total of 13 minutes and 33 seconds. Lordy Casajeros scoring there para sa Bicolandia Oragons. Batangas doubling the output here of the Oragons. Free throw line jumper, that's too easy para kay Sed Ablaza. Lucky for Bicol that he missed. Casajeros surveying the floor. He sees Javier, turns, fires, and scores.
You know, whole season long, offense has not been the problem para dito sa Bicol. They have a lot of weapons in terms of that offense. You have Casajeros, you have Alanes, you have Chris Javier on the inside. But they have to be able to make stops because those shots are too easy. They press out early on the 2-2-1, but eventually on the zone, they leave someone wide open, and that's the third three of Batangas here.
And Batangas is averaging close to 36% from three-point country this year. Here they are once again. Baloria will take another crack at it. Panyamogan, nobody boxing him out. That is an easy basket plus the opportunity for one more para kay Philip Panyamogan.
You know, I'm loving the effort of Philip Panyamogan early on in this ballgame. He's been going for that offensive rebound. Once again, no man to box him out. That's going to be the second offensive rebound and the 5th point para dito kay Philip Panyamogan.
RJ Ramirez coming in for the first time here para kay Coach J.R. Aquino. For Philip Panyamogan, this game against Bicol may just be the opportunity he needs to acclimate himself completely into what Batangas does here and to how the league allows different kinds of physicalities. Of course, somewhat different still from the style of play in the PBA.
That's why early on they're giving him that go signal to shoot in their offense. Especially today, I'm not seeing Levy in uniform, so most likely a lot more opportunities para ito kay Philip.
Out here for our fast break of the game, Cyrus Llarena gets the 2 points. This is brought to you by New Star Max. Win to the max. The Oragons get a stop on the other side. Pero 10 pa rin ang kalamangan dito ng Tanduay Rum Masters. Yep, Levy Hernandez is still recovering from his knee surgery where he had to remove a cyst in one of his knees. At he will be back soon. I think in less than a month, makakabalik na si Levy Hernandez para dito sa Batangas City.
Just in time for the playoffs.
That's correct. Baloria from the corner. Linawa. Mark Cruz gets the 2 points underneath. The Dwyer Masters have been having their way on the offensive glass here in the first quarter.
That's already 4 offensive rebounds para dito sa Batangas in the first quarter. But on the other end, Cyrus Llarena is really putting in that effort. This young gun from San Beda really wants to be able to contribute para dito sa Bicol.
Panyamogan ang mamana dun sa loob. Waving off the defense with his offhand. That's now 8 points in the game para sa kanya. Alanes fails to answer on the quick response. The Oragons are succumbing to the kind of pace that Batangas City wants to play here, not showing a lot of resistance. Shaq once again between the legs, leaves it for Javier on the trail job, fumbles the basketball. Casajeros also had the same kind of problem. Baloria is leaking out. This is cherry picking para kay Jong.
Good read by Jong Baloria. He saw that that ball was on a fumble, 50-50 ball. Good chance para bumalik sa kanila, and he was wide open for that layup.
Batangas City is pressing just like they always do for the most part. And what's happening with Bicol is they're being forced to rush shots.
You know, Bicol really wanting to play into that pace nitong Batangas, and so far Batangas is winning that battle.
Well, Cyrus Llarena been one of the few bright spots para sa Bicolandia Oragons. He is featured once again in our play of the game, brought to you by Suzuki. Nice bounce pass coming from Edsel Rojas on top. Both teams actually shooting quite well from the field here in this game. Bicol at 46% while Batangas is at 44%.
You have to look at the second chance points of Batangas. We are in the first 7 minutes of the ball game and already 11 second chance points in terms of rebounding. 15-6. Actually, that make that 13 second chance points already para sa Batangas. More than half their points coming from that offensive rebound.
Dono Chea, first appearance in this game, missing from short range. He comes in with RJ Ramirez, MJ De La Virgen, and Chris Porter. I get the steal. Ramirez leads the break. Ramirez hangs and scores.
That's what you love about Ramirez. Always taking it strong every time he has that opportunity.
That's always what he's been known for. Former FEU Tamarao, RJ Ramirez. Alanes missing from the outside. Field goal story right there on your screen. 6 out of 15 for Bicol. Batangas 9 out of 20. As I mentioned earlier, both teams still in the 40s in terms of field goal percentage. Well, that certainly brings it down a notch para sa Batangas City as Ablaza misses. Can't allow a little bit of hesitation. And that ends up in a bad miss from the outside for the former UST Tiger.
I like this matchup. Kent Lau versus Chris Porter. Two guys who can stretch out the floor for either team. So I want to see how they'll be defending each other here.
De La Virgen inside. Easy basket para kay Don Ochea on the reverse.
Gotta credit MJ De La Virgen for that find. Just a beauty on that cut and the timing by MJ.
Alanes loses the basketball, but that's last touch against Batangas City. Kyle Macabalog is in the game also para sa Bicolandia Oragons. De La Virgen. Look at the court vision there being displayed.
A little bit of confusion there. No one manning up. Itong si Don Ochea.
Macabalog to the post. Alanes has the advantage here against De La Virgen. Forces it up and misses. 28-12, a chance to extend this to 18 for the Batangas City. Tadwai Rum Masters, perhaps even 19 with a three-point shot. There you go. That's on the way and down para kay MJ De La Virgen.
We gotta give respect to the shooters of Batangas. 5 3-pointers made already here in the first quarter.
Defensive rebound summoned up there by Jexter Apinan. Apinan has the ability to go all the way. De La Virgen does it settle with the outside shot. Kisses it off the glass a little bit too strong. There's a push. It's going to go against Batangas City. Jexter Apinan, the guilty party.
Rare miss para dito sa Batangas. They've been having really good decisions on the offensive end, from the drive, from the kickouts to the cuts. It's been almost perfect para dito sa City Masters.
31-12. This lead is down 19. Casajeros will try to trim it. Ramirez, the aggressive rebound. Porter running the floor. Porter will finish easily on top of Chris Xavier.
Too long, too strong. That's a talent of Chris Porter. Not really known for that fast break finish, but given the opportunity, he can and he will.
Javier missing from the outside. Casajeros gives up the foul. I was talking to Lordy earlier at lunch and I told him, you guys are really undermanned. And he said, kailangan yata mag-triple-double na ako.
And kaya-kaya niya with the talent he has.
Definitely an all-around player to si Lordy Casajeros. But Chris Porter is shaping up to be just that para dito sa Batangas City Tadwai Rum Masters. Primarily known as a post threat, it seems that Batangas City is trying to explore other opportunities for Chris Porter to be successful on the offensive side of the basketball.
They're adding weapons para dito kay Chris Porter. They're making him run. They're giving him that outside shot. And on the defensive end, he is playing way better. You know, gotta credit Coach Cholo and the rest of the coaching staff for giving him this good break.
5 seconds left. Alfonso launches and hits. Big shot there by Justin Alfonso to restore some confidence para dito sa Bicolandia Oragons. It hasn't been a good quarter for them. Just like the rest of the season, it has been a lackluster first quarter for the Bicolandia Oragons, but the same cannot be said for the Batangas City Tandwai Rum Masters. I'm very sure that Coach Cholo Villanueva is somehow beaming with pride at the performance of his wards here in the opening period.
Almost a picture-perfect first quarter para dito sa Batangas. Offensive rebounding, outside shooting, fast break opportunities, everything is going the side of the red. And on the other side, Bicol has been struggling to start the first quarter and they are down entering the second frame.
33-15 is the count. Our first quarter score brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX. check out our fan of the game brought to you by Jinky Skin. Ating magandang dilag dito sa Paula Gym. Featured for our fan of the game brought to you by Jinky Beauty and Jinky Skin. Second quarter now beginning here between Batangas City and the Bicolandia Oragons. This is Javi Palanya joined by Coach Juanito Gregorio and Ms. Gianna Lianes at courtside. Check out our first quarter field goal story. 7 out of 22 para sa Oragons, while Batangas City big plus in that department as well as in three-point shooting. They are 4 out of 13 while Bicolandia is 1 out of 9. That three-point shot coming from Justin Alfonso to end the first quarter. Kent Lau continues to misfire from downtown. And obviously, Juanito, it's the defense once again that has been the problem for the Oragons as Ochea continues to show that Batangas City is having their way here in this game.
Bicol will live and die by that zone, and so far it's been working on the side of Batangas. That space, and eventually that outside shooting is really going to be a threat. They've already made 5. This can be the 6th. On point.
Well, if they are living and dying by the 3, they certainly are digging themselves a grave here this afternoon here at the Paula Gym. They are now down by 26 points in this one, just like that. Llarena couldn't stop the bleeding. The Oragons really have to find answers soon, or else this will be a hole that they cannot dig themselves from.
You know, we have to check. Kanino bang home court to? Sa Mindoro ba to o sa Batangas? Because they are not missing. 7 3-pointers made already para dito sa Batangas City.
They are, after all, almost just a stone's throw away from here. So it wasn't really much of a travel para sa kanila compared to the other squads. The three-point shots have been raining in this game para sa Batangas City. One of them coming from Don Ochea. That three-point shot brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. And another one, once again, coming from MJ De La Virgen.
Doing it by batch in the first quarter. Panyamongan was doing his work. Now it's MJ and Don Ochea doing their work.
De La Virgen shot off to the left. Charles Burgos pumasok na dito para kay Coach Raymond Valenzuela. What puzzles me para dito sa Bicolandia is that a team handled by Coach Raymond Valenzuela is not playing defense. Coach Raymond rose to success when he handled that esteemed dynasty in the NCAA juniors of the San Sebastian Stags that had the likes of the Bringas brothers, Eric Salamat, Ryan Buenafe. Jamil Ortuste was also part of that team. Ryan Buenafe. But now this squad really seems to have a different image because obviously, for one, they are not playing the defensive game that the junior Staglets, the Staglets rather, were known for.
Well, so far they are struggling here in today's ball game. 46 points given up already in the first 13 minutes of the ball game. Let's watch that post move once again. Through 2, no problem para dito kay Chris Porter. That is the post game. That has been his go-to.
Right now here at this point of the match, it looks like it's a pro team battling a high school squad. 3 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Jomar Santos short on the 3. De La Virgen leading this 3-on-2 break. Apinan gets hit. Ochea, the left-hand finish.
You can see the comfort of every Batangas player with each other. That's the culture that they've been playing. The culture of loyalty, the culture of trust in one another. And kitang-kita na naman siya in that last fast break.
This is our fast break of the game brought to you by New Star Max. Win to the max. All 3 guys on the other side for Batangas City touching the rock leads to that easy 2-pointer inside para kay Don Ochea.
Ibinahagi ni MJ de la Vergena na discovered daw siya ni Coach Cholo Villanueva after he played for Laguna during the MPBL Invitational in 2021. Ang goal daw talaga nila with their player-coach relationship is taking MJ's basketball career to the next level, possibly even abroad. At dahil daw sobra matalik ang relationship nila ni Coach Cholo, gusto rin daw ni MJ na maging coach balang araw. Ang isa pa niyang pangarap, maglaro kasama ang kanyang idol na si L.A. Tenorio. In his words, napakatalino kasi niyang player, kaya sana ma-develop ko rin ang sarili ko ng ganon. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, G. Impressive report there. Do you actually see semblance between the games of MJ de la Vergena and L.A. Tenorio?
There is
meron
a
no?
little, meron the way they handle that basketball. But MJ de la Vergena just putting a little more focus on shooting that three. So kind of reminds me of L.A. Tenorio in his latter stages with Barangay Ginebra, where he was already focusing on that three-point shot a lot more. But they do have a semblance in their game.
Coach J.R. Aquino will use his coach's challenge for that last call made by our officials. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back.
Upon review, the challenge made by Batangas City was successful, resulting
Successful
to
challenge
a jump
para kay
ball.
Coach J.R. Aquino and the Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters. So there will be no foul, but because of the jump ball situation, Bicol still gets the basketball. Possession arrow was pointing their side. This was the initial call. Supposed to have been a foul against MJ de la Vergena. They get the stop here talking about the Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters. Parang dami na nangyari dito pero wala pang 4 minuto na nakakalipas dito sa ating second quarter.
It's been a fast-paced game, especially para dito sa Batangas. Not even 7 seconds into their offense, they find good opportunities for wide-open shots.
All right, they're one of the few good things that the Oragans have actually done here, particularly in the second quarter. Santos at the line for 2 shots, drawing the foul against Chris Porter.
Look at the statistics here. It's only the 3rd point para dito sa Bicol in the second quarter. On the other end, already 15 big points para dito sa Batangas.
Jomar Santos, good for 4 points in that game against the Parañaque Patriots. 4 rebounds as well para sa kanya. That was his first basket of the game as he split his charities. Take a look at the field goals this quarter. 1 out of 8 for the Oragans. Batangas City shooting 6 out of 9 efficiency. Definitely the name of the game for the Rum Masters here in the first half. De la Vergena wanting to add to that.
You know what's scary para dito sa Batangas is we have not seen John Ambuluto go into the ball game.
Definitely a welcome sign para sa Bicolandia Oragon. Shaq Alanes hitting it from downtown.
Rare wide open opportunity. Usually Batangas on point with their defensive game plan, but that time Shaq Alanes wide open on the wing.
Apinan stretches, couldn't get the bounce on the finger roll. Burgos to Casajeros. Lordi almost changing hands, adjusting with the inside scoop.
Better effort being brought in by Bicolania the past 2 possessions. Everybody is running. All 5 guys in white is running that fast break.
Ochea could it hit from the post against Chuck Alanes. It's been pretty much like a drill actually for Batangas City here in the first half. Shovel pass from Casajeros to Llarena. Burgos goes up strong. At least now, the Oragons can pride themselves with a successful sequence the past few possessions.
There's one guy really that has been putting in that effort defensively and offensively. It's Cyrus Llarena. 4 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, and he's been running every possession down.
And here he is once again delivering the pass there to Shaq Alanes. So a mini run here for the Bicolandia Oragons, an 8-0 burst.
And Cyrus Llarena getting that rebound, running that break, and giving that assist. This young kid is a good future. This homegrown from Bicol.
Double team there on Apinan. Ochea on the baseline. Quick pass to De La Virgen. Another wide open three. There was somebody in front of him, but did not intend to challenge at all. Alanes couldn't get it back. Ramirez gets the lob short on the two-pointer.
Medyo sumabit lang.
Casajeros hangs and scores.
Already 4 fast break points this quarter para kay Lordy Casajeros. Never an easy guy to defend on the fast break.
51-29. Ramirez trying to redeem himself. Instead goes to the corner. De La Virgen. That one's short. Llarena walking a tightrope there. Santos short on the left-hander. Burgos the offensive rebound. Adjusts and scores.
They've been playing a good last few possessions. Itong Bicolandia, they've been running 8 fast break points the last 2 minutes for them. And don't look now, they've cut the lead to 20.
This is exactly the kind of fight that you want to see in a professional basketball team. Talking about the effort of the Bicolandia Oragons in the past few minutes of this second quarter. Santos missing. Charles Burgos, he has been a blue-collar worker here for the Bicolandia Oragons, joining hands with Cyrus Llarena to cut this lead down to just 20. Shaq Alanes with the departure, or rather the absence of guys like Marvin Lee from this Bicolandia Oragon squad, has really been relied upon to score most of the points for their squad. 27 points against the Parañaque Patriots, including 7 out of 8 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds and 5 assists. Gian Alianes has a report on Shaq Alanes.
Yes, being a dad to 1-year-old Jalen Poole, kwento ni Shaq Alanes na ang outlook niya sa buhay basketball ay talagang nag-iba nung naging tatay na siya. Kwento niya na excited siya umuwi ng bahay after practice para makita ang anak niya, at ito rin ang rason na nabawasan ang stress niya pag naglalaro. And with his son's name being evident that he's a fan of Jalen Green and Jordan Poole, ibinahagi rin ni Shaq na ilan naman sa mga idol niya sa local basketball scene ay si Alex Cabagnot at Wamit Yongson. Samantala, he also named former Basilan teammate Jonathan Uyloan for being the player that has impacted him most and becoming how hardworking he is now. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, G. Well, Uyloan is definitely a guy you can emulate in terms of the work ethic he has, after all, carved a lengthy professional career. Now an assistant coach with the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. Shaq Alanes trying to emulate the kind of success that Uyloan had in his professional career, as Panyamogan making a play for John Ambuluto.
First sighting of John Ambuluto here in this ball game.
As well as for Darwin Lenor and Onil Arim para dito sa Batangas City. Burgos gets the foul there from De La Virgen.
Not the switch they wanted. MJ De La Virgen on the inside. Really a mismatch. Good read by Rojas.
Well, after almost exclusively attempting shots from the outside itong Bicolandia Oragons, they now have gone inside the paint to look for their offense.
And so far, that's why they've been having a lot of fast break opportunities here in the second quarter. Better offense in terms of them making baskets, but still needs a little bit more adjustment. John Ambuluto just had a wide open inside bucket in that last play.
Consistency on the defensive end, well, actually more like the lack of it still is what Bicolandia has to address in this game. They are, after all, still down by 21 points, under 2 minutes to play in the first half. Lunor, another easy basket inside para sa Batangas City. Doesn't seem Bicolandia is even trying defensively.
gonna be inside point number 26 para dito sa Batangas.
And that's almost the total of a team for the entire game. A team that, doesn't really go to score a lot inside.
It's really the type of offense that Batangas is really putting in inside, outside. Both sides are working para sa kanila here in this ballgame.
Justin Alfonso making good on his first free throw.
Making that 3 to end the first quarter. Now it's 4 points here in the ballgame. Bicol going back to the zone here. That middle has just been too easy. Every time someone gets it from the middle, it's either an easy jumper or an easy drive. And really, someone has to be able to help out and close down on the driving lane ng gitna nitong Batangas.
Chris Xavier with the rock. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Burgos kick out. Alanes with 4. Alanes misses on the 3. Rojas gets the offensive rebound. That's the foul against John Ambuluto. What about John Edsel Rojas?
Very efficient guy here in the season, only averaging 16 minutes a ball game, but averaging 9 points and 7 rebounds a game. And in that last game, I think he got 17 rebounds. So as you were saying earlier, Javi, a blue-collar worker, and one guy who will really exchange faces to get rebounds.
Well, he does have to improve his free throw shooting. He was 2 out of 7 in that game against Parañaque. But you're right, 18 points at 17 rebounds para kay John Edsel Rojas in their last game. 8 of those 17 rebounds coming on the offensive glass. Isit sees Panyamogan at the corner. Philip spins away from trouble. Eventually loses it. Bicol completes the steal. Alfonso, who has been a long-time player for the Oragons here in the MPBL, continues to be on the floor and tries to impact the game. This team still down big time.
I do like the offensive adjustment para dito sa Bicol. Quicker ball movement. They are trying to run the floor. They're trying to feed the ball a lot more inside. That's why they're getting a lot of fouls, a lot of inside buckets. They actually have 24 points in the paint already. Out of their 36, so more than half of their points coming from the inside. But it's the defensive end where they really have to be able to adjust on that halftime break.
11.6 points per game this season para kay Shaq Alanes. There's really something with lefties coming out of Lyceum.
Sino bang iba?
JC Marcelino.
JC Marcelino, tama.
Panyamogan gets the steal. Easiest 2 points of the evening para kay Philip Panyamogan.
This is a perfect confidence-boosting game para dito kay Philip Panyamogan. Already 13 points here in the ball game, and if he gets his comfort, this is going to be a very scary team come playoff time.
Alanes misses ng Sang. Couldn't hit to beat the buzzer, and that is gonna do it for the first half of action between the Bicolandia Oragons and the Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters. Batangas has turned in a total team effort, efficiency on both sides of the floor. Everybody is eating, but for the most part, it has been these 3 players para dito sa Batangas City. De La Virgen, Panyamogan, and Ablaza combining for 32 points.
Oh, what a ball game being played by Batangas. Of course, led by De La Virgen, Panyamogan, and Ablaza. But 50% on the field goal, 9 of 22 from 3, 32 rebounds. What a first half by this Batangas team, and I'm sure that Bicolandia has a lot to talk about in the halftime break.
Halftime score brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX.
pa rin po tayo sa Pola Oriental Mindoro for the non-stop action of Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. It is halftime of our first game for today between Batangas and Bicol. The score is 62-38 in favor of Batangas. Kausapin naman natin ang assistant coaches ng dalawang koponan na naglalaro ngayon. Let's start with the assistant coach of Bicol, Coach Matthew Sia. Coach Matthew, kamusta naman ang biyahe ng koponan nyo papunta dito sa Mindoro?
Yes, we've been here yesterday. We had a practice at nung 4 to 6 yesterday. We had a good practice. We nag-shoot around kami. And ayun, okay naman yung stay namin, especially the food.
You guys only actually had a couple of days from your last game. So with those 2 days of preparation, ano po yung naging focus nyo knowing that you're going to be going against Batangas?
Yeah, we all know naman yung Batangas is a strong team. So right after our last game, nag-practice kami. So nag-prepare kami for Batangas right away. Yung pressure defense nila, nag-practice kami dun. And then also yesterday dito sa Mindoro, we had shoot around.
And you guys also have a lot of injured players. So ano yung naging mensahe nyo sa players that are present today and can play so that they're inspired to step up?
Yeah, we have lots of injured players, so everyone needs to step up. Lagi nga sinasabi ng mga boss namin, every game, laban lang. Whatever lineup we have, lalaban kami.
Why don't you thank everybody that has been supporting your team so far?
Yeah, first of all, I want to greet Boss Walter of Shawarma Shack, Boss Joey Salceda, Boss Martin Tan, Madam, Frame Manila, family ko sa Legazpi Albay, lolo and lola ko, Alma and Wilson Sia, Lomotan family, and kay Sophie, fiancé ko. Hello.
Thank you very much. Once again, that was the assistant coach of Bicol, Coach Matthew Sia. Ngayon, kausapin naman natin ang assistant coach of Batangas, Coach Dino Poncenrile. Coach Dino, evident naman na wala kayong masyadong maraming changes sa inyong lineup during the trade period, but you do have a key addition in Philip Panyamogan. Ano yung pinaka-role niya sa inyong koponan?
Well, si Philip, ang pinaka-role niya sa amin is, well, we need leadership. No, as far as we are concerned, si Philip, one of our veteran players, nag-PBA na yan. And he's an integral part of the team since magkasama kami sa Makati Super Crunch. No? So we hope that he could give wonders to our team, especially in this season na campaign namin.
Your coaching staff actually mentioned from your last loss against Abra, you learned you don't have to change your physicality but your mentality. Knowing na you might possibly face teams that are that tough during the playoffs, ano itong revamped mentality nyo?
Well, as we always tell the players, no, kailangan it's not only physically fit but also mentally tough. No, we know now we're coming from the South Division. If we want to win it all the way, we have to overcome the teams from the North. So alam naman natin lahat ng malakas sa North. So sooner or later we're going to face some of the best teams in the North. So we have to be tough enough to overcome those teams.
Now, Coach Dino, I'm sure that a lot of Batangueños as well as Coach Cholo are watching from home right now. Batiin mo naman sila.
Yes, all of us, no, we'd like to thank Coach Cholo. We dedicate all our games to Coach Cholo, especially to Congressman Marvin Marino, Mayor Beverly De Macua, Mr. Gilbert Arlea, our assistant team manager, our team manager, Mr. Gene Alabanza, team owner, Mr. Lucio Tan III, and of course, Ms. Faye Faitaren, Ms. Alexa Fornoles, Migs Baggy, Ms. Rica Mendoza, Mendoza family, Vice Mayor Alisa Cruz, and all the Batangas City fans out there that have been cheering from day one. We thank you. All the Tanduay officials have been cheering for us since day one. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much once again. That was the assistant coach of the Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters. More action will continue here in Pola Oriental Mindoro for Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
Halftime now between City Tandwairam Masters and the Bicolandia Oragons. The score is 62-38. It has been an absolute dominant showing for the wards of Coach J. Araquino, who is calling the shots in lieu of Coach Cholo Villanueva, who is still nursing an undisclosed medical conditions. Our thoughts and prayers go out to Coach Cholo in his recovery. His players this afternoon have definitely been putting on a good show.
All the numbers really go in the side of Batangas. 51% on their field goals compared to only 34 kay Bicol. 22%, but 9 of 22 on the three-point arc. Second chance points, 11, all coming from the first quarter. And inside points, 30 para dito sa Batangas. Just an easy ball game for them so far. But one thing that Bicolandia has been doing well is running that break. So let's see what adjustments both teams have coming to the second half.
It certainly has been a vast improvement for Batangas City from beyond the arc, as they only scored 7 3-pointers in that game against the Abra Weavers and gave up 17 in the process. So expect this number to increase as guys like Philip Panyamogan have been feeling very comfortable here at the Pola Gym in Oriental Mindoro. The first time the MPBL has held games in this municipality. Leading scores for Bicolandia, 8 para sa Casajeros. Alanes has 7, Rojas with 6, Burgos with 6 as well. On the other side, Panyamogan turning in his best game of his Batangas City stint with 13 points. De La Virgen with 12, Ochea and Ablasa with 7 apiece. Now we begin the second half. Panyamogan, Ablasa, Cruz, Isit, and Valoria starting for Batangas City. For the Oragons, it's Burgos, Javier, Casajeros, Alfonso, and Shaq Alanes. Poor pass there by Lordy Casajeros. Hit underneath the basket.
That was a good seal by Chris Javier. Not the best pass. Galing dito kay Lordy. That kind of a ball game para dito sa Bicol.
Panyamogan from the outside. That's all net once again. Philip Panyamogan. This is actually a reunion of sorts for Philip Panyamogan dito sa Batangas City, as he already played for the Makati Super Crunch when Coach Cholo Villanueva was handling that franchise. So he's very much familiar with the way Batangas City wants to run things. At dun actually siya na-discover ng NLEX Road Warriors.
Yes, that's right. They saw the talent being brought in by Philip Panyamogan, especially his shooting. Nakitang-kita even in the PBA was able to connect a lot. And here, the comfort, the familiarity is there. He just needs to regain confidence in that offense. But this game will more than likely give him more than confidence. Almost at 20 points na itong si Philip Panyamogan.
That's points 17 and 18 for Philip Panyamogan. A chance for one more at the free throw line. And aside from the impeccable shooting from the outside, you also love the calmness that he plays with, the stability that he brings to the point guard spot. He's not just a scorer, he can facilitate as well.
You know, you can actually interchange itong si Isit and Philip Panyamogan. Sometimes when you need CJ Isip to be doing the scoring load, it's going to be Philip Panyamogan bringing down that basketball. But so far here, they are really creating a lot of opportunities para dito kay Philip Panyamogan to regain confidence in the system.
What you love about their combination in the backcourt is they bring different styles to their play. Isit is more of a driver inside. That free throw by Justin Alfonso brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. While Panyamogan likes to shoot more from the outside, but definitely had that ability to put the ball on the floor, as evidenced by his last possession.
And the more we dig deeper into the season, parami ng parami ang weapons nitong Batangas.
68-42, Ablaza hands it off to Panyamogan. Philip tried to bullet a pass inside to Cedric. A steal for the Oragons. Casajeros will go all the way and finish it.
Rare turnover on that motion offense being played by Batangas.
Casajeros continues to lead Bicol in scoring with 10 points. First guy in double figures. Ablaza to the corner. Wide open is Jong Baloria. Air ball. Mark Cruz gets the ball away from Justin Alfonso.
You know, that's what I love about Mark Cruz. He has not been getting the ball a lot in their offense, but he continues to work. And every time he sees that ball, he would want and put his heart out. 3 white shirts, no problem para kay Mark Cruz.
Now, this is a guy who threw his name into the hat for the upcoming PBA draft, so he definitely will see more aggressive Mark Cruz along the way. Meanwhile, on the other side, Lordy Casajeros trying to bring some life into the Bicolandia Oragons. They are down big time still.
Ang unang ginamot ng Bicol during their halftime huddle, ang mga inside shots ng Batangas. Napansin daw nila na ang go-to shooters ng Batangas are always driving the ball inside. So it's up to their big men to put more pressure on that defense. Masaya naman si Coach Raymond sa fast break points ng Oragons dahil puro takbo ang ginawa nila sa practice. Gusto daw niya nabawasan ang dribble nila sa backcourt and use that energy in the front court. Kaya kahit kulang sila ngayon, confident pa rin siya na hindi mapapagod ang kanyang players because of the non-stop running that they did, hoping that this conditioning pays off in their favor. Javi and Juanito?
Thank you so much, G. Well, they did have a lot of fast break points, 11 to be specific, but they gave up 16 as well to Batangas City. So there are really still a lot of things that they need to work on here in the second half. They're down by 26 currently against Batangas City.
Oh, defensively, tama, Javi. They have to adjust a lot on the defensive end. But, you know, they're right. The fast break slowly going this side. 13 points actually already. Fast break points para dito sa Bicol. But they already have a strength. They know that they can run. They know that they have a lot of finishers. They even have shooters to complement the guys who can run. But how do they adjust defensively? That is the question that everybody has going to the second half.
Alfonso attacks the defense of CJ Isiat, floats it up and in.
I think the activity of Justin Alfonso already up to 6 points here in the ball game. Actually, make that 8 points para kay Justin Alfonso.
Panyamogan misses from top of the circle. Rojas is ahead of the pack. Rojas gets it in.
So 3 guys I have to compliment here para sa Bicol. Rojas, Alfonso, and also the young guy is Cyrus Llarena. These are guys who are putting in work para dito sa Bicolandia.
Ablaza continues to add to the 3-point total here of the Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters. As you see, Mark Olayon and King Importante in street clothes on the Batangas City bench. Olayon, another new pickup para sa Tanduay Rum Masters. Not exactly a new pickup para sa kanila because Mark Olayon was actually part of the championship team of Batangas City in the inaugural season. So another reunion. Yeah, Alfonso is holding on to his right foot. And he seems to be in a lot of pain. He's trying to stand up on his own, but it really is very evident na masakit yung pinagdadaanan niya.
He's been playing well.
Ooh.
With a teammate. Sumabit sa paa ng kanyang kakampi. That hurts because that's what you call a freak accident. Hindi sinasadya. They were crossing paths with each other.
Actually, hindi. Pag-apak niya, na-twist niya na eh.
I think there was a little imbalance with the crossing of his teammate dito kay Rojas. But it's a freak accident. No one wanted that kind of an accident.
Well, we hope he's okay. We'll know the extent of the injury from Gian Alianes later on.
Already 8 points, 1 rebound, and 1 assist in 10 minutes of play. He's been playing very efficient para dito sa Bicol.
Another guy who has been playing efficiently para sa kanila, Cyrus Llarena, is back in the game. Bicol failing to convert on that play. Mark Cruz hands it off to Isit. Rare attempt from the outside for CJ Isit. He knocks it down.
Sabi mo daw kanina, si Philip Panyamonga ng shooter. Kaya ko rin, Javi, and he shows that he also has range in the system.
Former San Juan Knight, ito si Philip Panyamogan. Si CJ Isit, rather. There's a foul there against Seda Blaza. Ketlao will come in para kay Edsel Rojas. Chris Porter will give Seda Blaza a spell on the bench. Casajeros receives the inbound. Almost approaching the halfway point of the third quarter. Casajeros trying to muscle his way past the defense of Philip Panyaogan.
It's a good bump coming from Lordy Casajeros. He knew that he had a size advantage. Used that strength to get some space.
Porter drives on Kent Lau. Tried to get it to Mark Cruz in the middle. That's picked off by Casajeros. Bounce pass. Pretty play there for the Bicolandia Oragons.
Already 14 points para dito sa Bicol in this quarter. That running game has been working for Bicol. Can they make stops enough for them to be able to mount a comeback?
Lead is still 24 para dito sa Batangas City. Porter had some trouble with the rock again. Almost a turnover there for the Rum Masters. Isit, same spot, same result.
Every time that they are closing down on the inside, someone is left open on the outside. And for the last two possessions, CJ Isit has been the beneficiary.
That's now 13 three-pointers in the game for the Rum Masters. Remember, they gave up 17 against the Yabra Weavers in their last game. Casajeros fighting for possession. Gets it to JR Dangsang. And that's the kind of heart and hustle you want to see from the Bicolandia Oragons if you're Coach Raymond Valenzuela.
Good effort coming from Lordy Casajeros. They need a lot more of those.
4 minutes and change remaining in the third period. Panyamogan, another three on the way. No good. Dangsang, the baseball pass. Llarena decelerates. It scores the 2 points.
As they call it, larong Pinoy, you make a mistake, someone is running down that lane, and Cyrus Llarena was able to get that layup. Nabulol tayo dun.
Panyamogan gets it to Cruz. He's been working on that. Knocks it down. Mark Cruz from the outside.
As the season progresses, more and more outside shooters are given opportunities para dito sa Batangas. And now Mark Cruz is also a threat para dito sa Rum Masters.
Shaq Alanes gets to the bucket, warding off CJ Isit in the process to allow himself an open look at the basket. Oragons still have yet to make a stop, or at least string together a number of them. There's another open look for Cruz inside. There you go. That's a stop. They need Llarena on the break, finishing the basket +1.
Personally, could be one of the best games of Cyrus Llarena here in this season. He is only averaging 3 points and 2 rebounds a ball game, but now all the way up to 8 points here in this game.
Excellent pass right there on the break, coming from Casajeros, finding Cyrus Llarena on the break.
Gotta remind everybody, this guy is an NCAA champion with San Beda and a homegrown para dito kay Bicol, and he's really proud to be representing the Bicol brand.
Many people forget the performance that he had for the Red Lions in the last NCAA Wars because, of course, shadowed by the likes of Jacob Cortez. Porter, top of the circle, 3. Even he is joining in on the party.
Parang lahat ng Batangas player gusto magkaroon ng 3-pointer dito sa larong to. Let's see if John Ambuluto can stretch out that floor as well.
Aggressive drive to the basket there para kay Makabalug. Panyamogan working the two-man game with Ambuluto. There's a foul, I believe, against JR Dangsang. No, it's going to be on Kent Lau. Ramirez comes back into the game. Punta muna tayo kay Gian Alianes.
JC Alfonso shares na natapilok daw siya kanina at accidentally nadaganan siya ng teammate niya, which was a complete accident daw. But his current pain is at a 7 or 8. But he did say, it really hurts, but I'll make it work. Then he told assistant coach Matthew, it's super swollen, but I really want to play. Kaya naman, sabi ni Coach Matthew, they're letting him play right now kasi sayang naman ang ganda ng laro niya. They're letting him feel it out on court, and if the pain comes up again, that's when they'll let him take a break. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, G. Well, at least he's still strong enough to see action on the floor here.
You love the heart being brought out by Alfonso. You know, one more guy really stepping up here in today's ball game alongside Cyrus Larena.
It's the young guns doing the work here for the Bicolandia Dragons. Kent Lau knocking it down from the outside. Big basket there at the corner. Para kay Kent Lau, the former UST Tiger, getting a foul in the process as well against Chris Porter.
There's going to be a review here.
$90-65. Hindi pa dyan nadadagdag yung three-pointer ni Kent Lau, but our referee is still checking. It looks like the basket will definitely count. I think they're reviewing if it should merit an unsportsmanlike foul laban dito kay Chris Porter.
Remember, Javi, we were talking about the offense of Bicol to start the ball game. This is a very strong offensive team. They have scored 30 points already in the 8 minutes of the third quarter. So you really see the talent being brought out dito ng Bicol. And this may even be 31 with an accidental push galing kay Chris Porter.
It looks like it's just a two-pointer para dito kay Kent Lau. He was stepping on the line. There is a foul against Chris Porter. But it's gonna be 2 shots para kay Justin Alfonso? No, for Mike Macabalog.
So the shot does not count?
The shot counts.
So the foul is off ball.
Yes. Penalty na nga kasi dito ang Batangas City. Under 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. This is certainly the best quarter for Bicolandia in this game. All is definitely not yet lost. This is a run. They could continue until the fourth quarter. Then they definitely can give themselves a good chance. Porter wants it against a smaller Alfonso. Porter puts it up and in. Too easy para kay Chris Porter.
How smooth is that move? We've seen that have. We went up against him in Ateneo. And all the way to the MPBL, it's still as smooth as ever it has been.
Actually, there is quite the small reunion of my former 2008 junior NBA batchmates here in this game. Chris Porter and Zach Alanes being the two of them. Larena drives on De La Virgen, puts it up short. Ambuluto the rebound. Ambuluto gets it back. Oh, sorry, miss on the finger roll. Alfonso stops and pops. Three-pointer, no good. Porter, the aggressive rebound. That's only the second board of the game para kay Chris Porter.
Very quick-paced basketball we are playing here in the third quarter. High scoring. 31 points para sa Bicol, 32 para sa Batangas, and everybody just keeps on scoring on both ends.
It's just a pity that every time Bicol goes on a run, mabilis ang nagiging sagot dito ng Batangas City. RJ Ramirez with a rock. Porter sets the screen. Ramirez near the elbow. That's no good. The tap goes up and down. It's now with Macabalog. Chris Javier waits for backup. 10 seconds in the game clock. Burgos puts it up. That's short. De La Virgen still has a lot of time to make something happen. Near the logo. Too strong. And that's going to do it Third quarter of play now comes to a close here between the Batangas City, Penduay Rum Masters, and the Bicolandia Oragons.
Offense failed third quarter, definitely.
Not a lot of defense being played by both squads in that period.
A total of 63 points for both teams, but one guy really showing out here in the ball game. Not the best first game para kay Philip, but today 22 points, 4 rebounds, and 6 assists para dito kay Philip Panyamogan. A very good way for him to show out in a red jersey.
9 points in that third quarter para kay Philip Panyamogan, helping Batangas to this 94-69 advantage to close out the third quarter score. Brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball ending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending GameX. Presenting our Suzuki muscular and sporty fans of the game, just like the Avenus, do more and achieve more with the muscular and sporty scooter from Suzuki. The Avenus, oras na para magmotor. Maraming salamat mga kaliga sa pagdalo sa aming coverage dito sa Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. We are live for the first time in league history here at the Pola Gym in Pola, Oriental, Mindoro. First game of our Saturday triple header. This is between Bicol and Batangas. Happy pala yan, Coach Juanito Gregorio, bringing you the action alongside Miss Gianna Lianes. A high-scoring third quarter for both teams in that third period. Turnaround jumper by Chris Javier is good. That's the way you want to start the quarter if you're Bicol.
The offense continues for both squads. First 30 seconds, Chris Javier right away getting that bucket.
Porter up top, bounce pass down low. Amboluto, the seal, turns, and he was fouled there by Charles Burgos.
Now they want to be able to connect on that textbook high-low play between a shooter and a postman. Just was fouled right there, but the ball will go back para dito Batangas.
Porter has it. Fall away against Chris Javier. That's good defense for the former UE Red Warrior. And here's another former UE Red Warrior. Gives it up to Alanes. Launching from the outside and missing the offensive rebound. Back to Bicolandia. Javier hesitates. Alanes trying to explore the mismatch against De La Virgen. Instead, Javier takes it for himself. The rebound going to MJ De La Virgen.
MJ De La Virgen is actually on a triple-double watch here. 12.6 rebounds and 7 assists para dito kay MJ. I'll make that 7 rebounds.
Absolutely no need to go into rush hour here para sa Batangas City. Amboluto trying to use all his willpower there against Chris Javier.
Too long, too strong. Amboluto, that post game is really a comfort zone of his.
Quickly the answer on the other side para kay Casajeros. 14 points in the game para kay Lordi, still the leading scorer for Bicolandia in this game. They're down by 23. Bicol has done away with that zone here in the fourth quarter. They almost exclusively play that on defense in the first 3 periods.
They're playing better defense. They're making stops. They're able to get shots up. If they were able to make stops like this in the first half, this would have been a closer ball game.
Casajeros has the foot speed advantage here against Amboluto. He would like to exploit it. Casajeros. That's a difficult look. Almost impressive defensive showing there by John Amboluto.
Are they going to challenge it?
Coach J.R. Aquino already used his challenge earlier. It was successful. May isa pa naman siya. At he opts not to use that challenge. Casajeros will take 2 free throws. One of them is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. And he converts on the second.
16 points para dito kay Lordy Casajero. Second highest in the ballgame after Philip Panyamongan.
21 pa rin ang hinahabol dito ng Bicol. Don Ochea. Good recovery defensively there by Charles Burgos. Sorry, is that Edsel Rojas? Oh no, it's Mike Macabalog.
You know, one thing I noticed is that all of the post options para dito sa Batangas have a lot of threats. You know, they have really good footwork down low. You got to credit on whoever is the big man coach para dito sa Batangas, because everybody given that ball can really move that feet.
Cyrus Villarena is back in the game for the Oragons. Ochea is left at the corner. He kicks it out. De La Virgen, much capable outside shooter, missing on the open look.
Or sometimes just too wide open para dito kay MJ.
Casajeros in and out, attacks the middle, spins back, knocks it down. Lordy Casajeros is starting to take over here for Bicolandia.
He's enjoying getting that basketball. He already has 18 here in the game.
To go with his 5 rebounds and 8 assists, he did say that he was gonna try and get a triple-double. Tinanong niya pa nga sa akin kung meron na naka-triple-double. Sabi ko meron na, marami na actually.
Marami na. But pwede naman natin dagdag yung pangalan niya.
Siyempre naman, bakit
happy.
hindi? And he is now featured in our play of the game, brought to you by Suzuki. Casajeros putting on his scoring hat this afternoon para dito sa Bicolandia Oragons. Without top scorer Marvin Lee in their active roster for many games now, it has been up to guys like Shaq Alanes and Lordy Casajeros to try and take the mantle. Alanes, that could have been a big 3 for Bicol. Casajeros still fighting for it. And that's off someone's foot. It was an Oragon player. Coach Raymond Valenzuela in search for his 3rd win of the season. But after getting their 2nd victory this year, they have now lost 2 straight, including the last one against the Parañaque Patriots. It wasn't much of a beatdown compared to what they experienced against Sarangani, where they lost by 46 points, but certainly still a lot of areas still to work on para dito sa Bicolandia Oragons. Just like their defense, O'Neal Arim getting an easy hook shot to go.
And once again, it was the post presence of whoever gets that basketball.
Javier in the middle. Now it's Batangas playing the zone. Javier couldn't hit. Ramirez pushing it to the corner. They go. Arim back to RJ. Ramirez won't rush it. Gives it up to the wrong man. Alanes on the right side. Alanes slows down, hangs. Couldn't get it off the glass. Llarena fighting for that loose ball. Llarena puts it up with the left hand.
You know, this guy is a bright spot today, already in double figures. He is putting his heart out in every play. Cyrus Llarena has a bright future para dito sa Bicol.
Ramirez crossing over on the screen. Ambuluto committing the offensive foul, pushing off. Ito si Shaq Alanes.
Not a very Batangas type of quarter here. Only 4 points in the first 4 minutes. They've been scoring all above 28 points in every quarter. 33 in the first, 29 in the second, 32 in the third. But here, only 4 points para sa Batangas.
Let's see if Bicol can capitalize. Still a lot of time to go in this game. Pass almost picked off by Batangas City. May oras pa sa shot clock ng Bicol, and Cyrus Llarena turning stone into gold.
Once again, who is the guy getting that bucket? It's Cyrus Llarena para dito sa Bicol.
13 puntos na sa laro para kay Cyrus Llarena to go with those 4 rebounds and 4 assists. Another turnover here for Batangas City. This lead is just 17, ladies and gentlemen. Binalik na dito sa laro si Philip Panyamongan for Batangas City. Coach Jeric Aquino won't take any chances. This is, after all, We bring you our fans of the game, brought to you by Jinky Skin. Part of the attendance here inside the Pola Gym in Pola, Oriental, Mindoro. We thank you so much to Mayor Jennifer Ina Alegre Cruz for welcoming us with open arms here at Pola, Oriental, Mindoro. The first time the MPBL has come to hold its games. Last year, it was in Calapan, also part of the Mindoro province.
No, the question is, how crazy will it get here later on? Because we are only in our first game and puno na tayo dito sa gym.
So, halos wala na nga maupuan yung mga tao dito eh.
I really just want to enjoy quality basketball being brought in by the MPBL.
I expect
Pero
this to
meron na
be...
namang injured.
Who's that
Rojas.
hopping out?
It's Rojas.
Yeah, it's going to be a walk. Laban sa Bicolandia. Rojas will have to come out. Burgos will come in. The lead is 19 for Batangas City, 100 to 81. Under 4 minutes to play. You think this is still possible?
Still probable para sa kanila, especially the way they've been scoring. But again, the question is, as always, can they make the stops itong Bicol?
Casajeros is on CJ Isit. Batangas City will want to take their time here. Familiar set for the Rum Masters. Panyamogan pops out of the screen, knocks down the three. That's definitely one of the last nails in the coffin that they want to put down.
Definitely the best game of the season para dito kay Philip Panyamongan. 5 threes and already 25 points para dito kay Philip.
Llarena will answer back. Gutsy outside shot there over the challenge of Darwin Leonor galing dito kay Cyrus Llarena.
In a season where everybody is struggling para sa Bicol today, Cyrus Llarena is a bright spot. And moving forward towards the end of the season, he might be getting a lot more opportunities para dito sa Bicol.
Another foul given up by John Ambuluto. It has not been the prettiest of games para dito kay John. Outside of the other Batangas players, it's only Ambuluto who has actually turned in a mediocre performance so far here in this game.
John Ambuluto only 4 points and 2 rebounds in 13 minutes of play.
Plus 4 fouls already. Burgos will hit from three-point country.
This is only 16. This is very manageable, especially with the way they've been playing their offense.
Again, the stops have to come in strings here for Bicolandia. Arim goes outside. Isit challenge a bit late there coming from Llarena, but he will miss. Burgos trying to outrun O'Neal Arim. Burgos goes up strong and he draws a foul. Malakas ang palakpakan dun sa bench ng Bicol. Coach Raymond Valenzuela and Coach Matt Sia really applauding the effort of their young guns here. Charles Burgos hit a 3 earlier, and now he goes to the line for 2 shots.
Oh, they love the way they've been playing basketball the past 10 minutes. They've been having a good run. They're actually winning by 10 points dito sa 4th quarter.
This whole second half has been in their favor. Imagine if they played this way in the first 2 periods, and we would have a different atmosphere here in this game. Lenore deep inside, almost goes out of the rim, but it stays down there para kay Darwin Lenore.
Good seal, good positioning para dito kay Leonor. All you have to do is give him that basketball, and that's an easy 2.
Burgos to Llarena. We now enter the final 2 minutes of this one, brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball ending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending GameX. He's it. Strong drive to the hoop. A lot of contact there. He leaned into the body of his defender, but no whistle was blown. The only whistle was blown was for an outside.
He was the one trying to create contact against Cyrus Llarena. He'll be given a rest here by Coach Diarquino.
Our head of operations, Emerson Oreta, joined by Security Chief Rudy Distrito in the venue for us para sa ating Saturday triple header. Oh, Chris Javier knocking it down from the left corner.
Do it outside, I can do it inside. Chris Javier showing what weapons he has. That's a 7-point para dito kay Chris, cutting the lead to 14.
Arturo Oliva, a homegrown para sa Batangas City, has checked in for the first time here. He's left wide open from the outside, no good. A little contact on the challenge coming from Chris Javier, but our referees will let it go. Casejeros weaving his way past the defense, stops below the elbow, doesn't get it, but he gets the ball back and puts it in for 2 points. This lead is now down to just 12.
And even with 1 minute left, Coach J.R. Aquino and the rest of the staff is not happy with the way they're playing this fourth quarter.
We'll take a look at it again. They have been out-hustled by these Oragons. And Casejeros at the forefront once again of the attack of Bicolandia. Missing on the mid-range, Jay cuts inside, approaching the basketball, getting the pass and scoring. Exactly a minute to go in this game. Lordy Casejeros playing one of his finest games of the season for the Bicolandia Oragons. 20 points, 7 rebounds, 11 assists, and 4 steals.
He's actually 3 rebounds away from his promise to you, Javi, of a triple-double.
Well, he has under a minute to go to try and fulfill that right now. But it's Batangas City with the rock. DJ Alarcon has also come on here for Coach J.R. Aquino. The bounce pass inside, Mark Cruz easily finishing over Chris Javier.
Could be the nail on the coffin, but this is still a very good run brought around by Bicol to end the ball game. A team na kulang-kulang entering this game, but we saw the likes of Cyrus Larena, Rojas, and all the other guys trying to chip in late in the second half. And these are things that they can work with moving forward in their next games.
Chris Javier getting the foul there. Aside from the obvious fact that they need to work on their defense, Juanito, what else are you still... What else do you think is still lacking from this Bicol squad?
Oh, they need to give the ball a lot more on the post. They have a lot of guys who can be able to score. Chris Javier has been proven to be able to score. Rojas can score. Even Burgos showed a few glimpses. But it's been their outside game and their running game that was their main strength. But if they can play an all-around game, itong Bicol, I think this is going to be a deadly team which can get a win the next 2 to 3 games.
107-94, and we are down to the final seconds of this one. Terena picks it off. No more time for them there to get a shot off. Impressive showing in the second half for the Bicolandia Oragons, scoring 56 points while limiting Batangas City. 56 points para sa Bicol while limiting Batangas City to just 45 points. However, they fall short. Itong Bicolandia Oragons.
Just a strong start galing dito sa Batangas, and because of that strong start, the guy who headed that start, Philip Panyamogan, is really deserving of our player of the game honors. Not the best first game as we were saying, pero naibawi niya sa kanyang pangalawang laro para dito sa Batangas. 25 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 3-pointers made. And welcome back to the side of Coach Cholo, Philip.
Our best play of the game brought to you by Manny Pacquiao's MPBL. The score is 107-94. That's brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball ending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX. Another victory para dito sa Batangas City Tanduay Masters, bouncing back from their loss against the Abra Weavers. Philip Panyamogan is at courtside with Gian Lianes.
Yes, I'm here with our Buenas best player of the game, Philip Panyamogan of the Batangas City Tanduay Masters. Philip, this might only be your second game for Batangas, pero hindi ka baguhan dito sa MPBL. Paano nakatulong ang previous MPBL experience mo sa iyong statement performance ngayon?
First of all, thank you po sa Diyos na binigay sa amin panalo na to. Yun nga, kailangan namin mag-bounce back sa last game namin na game. Yun, nag-gel naman yung chemistry namin ngayon. Tsaka, yun, sa layo ng binyahe namin, parang gusto na talaga namin makuha yung panalo ngayon.
Philip, wala man si Coach Cholo ngayon, pero alam namin na naging coach mo na rin siya dati even before Batangas. Ano sa kanyang mga aral o mensahe ang tumatak sa isip mo ngayon para makatulong sa iyong mentality?
Si Coach Cholo sobrang pasensyoso na coach. At the same time, parang coaching lang yan si Coach Cholo na parang hinayaan niya yung mga players na gawin yung mga gusto nila sa loob at may tiwala siya sa mga player.
I'm sure he's very proud of you as he is watching right now. Pasalamatan mo naman si Coach Cholo at lahat ng sumusuporta sa Batangas City Tanduayra Masters.
Yun nga, binabati ko si Coach Cholo. Coach Cholo, pagaling ka. Get well soon, Coach. Siguro mga next month or na-miss ka namin. At the same time, credits to my teammates din sa laro ngayon. At saka kila Boss Jean sa Tanduay, saka sa family ko, sa Kainta, sila Mama Papa, sa wife ko, si Lauren Gooco, sa Panyamogan family, sa Surigao, sa Gooco family, sa Habar family. Thank you also Mindoro sa host sa game na to, sa Metran family, tsaka kay Boss Gov, Ronaldo Latre. Yun, sa mga family din, sa mga tao din na nagsusupport dito sa MPBL, salamat sa warm welcome nyo.
Thank you very much and congratulations to our Buena's best player of the game, Philip Panyamogan. Back to you, Javi and Juanito.
Maraming salamat, G. Congratulations to Philip and welcome back to the MPBL. What a way to get their confidence back. Up next, we have the Abra Weavers going up against the Bulacan Cuyas. For my partner, Coach Juanito Gregorio, and our courtside reporter, Ms. Jan Lianes, this has been Javi Palanya. Keep it locked in here on the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.